The Craft Roto Shoulder Holster by Falco. What is it, why do you need it, and how do you use it? Stay with me. Welcome to Rider's Range. I want to get this right out to start with. Craft Holsters did send me this Roto Shoulder Holster for a review. I didn't pay for it. They understood that I'm going to give an honest review. I'm going to tell it like it is, and if there's any issues with it, you're going to know about them. So the Roto Shoulder Holster, what is it? Well, the conventional shoulder holsters are like going way back, the Bianchi X9 vertical shoulder holster, or more recently the Galco. This is similar to the Miami Classic, but the horizontal shoulder holster. And the Roto is really something that is sort of a combination of the best of both worlds, of the vertical as well as the horizontal. Now, there's a time and a place for a shoulder holster, and that's not every time and not every place. If you know me, you know that most of the time I'm carrying my daily carry gun at about the 330 position. That's how I've been carrying for, all my life. And we did a review a while back on the Craft pancake type belt holster for the EDC X9 that I've actually got in the Roto shoulder holster. So Craft reached out and they asked me if I wanted to test the Roto, and I liked what I saw about it. Actually, they asked me what product I wanted to test, and really the Roto was the one that grabbed me. Now, I take a lot of road trips, and in road trips in a fairly well-fitted bucket seat or captain's chair, depending on which car I'm driving, it is a little difficult to get the firearm out, particularly right-handed, safety belt on, when I'm carrying at 330 position. So for extended road trips, not a whole lot beats a shoulder holster. And again, it depends on what I'm wearing, where I'm going, what I'm doing, and so forth. But shoulder holsters are real handy, and particularly the Roto, and I'll show you why. So this has a snap that holds everything in place, but it also will tilt down to not quite almost a 45 degree, and actually very convenient in the car. Let me put a cover garment on and show you how it works. So normally, if this holster is in the up position, it's really difficult to see it. It doesn't print it really at all behind just a lightweight vest here. It also works if you're going business casual. Now, I know that the rage these days is to carry appendix inside the waistband. For those of you who can do it, more power to you. I just don't like the idea of a striker fired gun that's 100% cocked, no safety, or even a 1911 that has a safety on it. Just, I can't get into that. And then if you get in a car, then you got to worry about the seat belt and so forth. And if you're going business casual, appendix inside the waistband just does not work. So therefore, either the 330 position or a shoulder holster. Shoulder holster works real good for that particular application. And when I'm seated in the car, keeping the gun, the Roto part unsnapped and somewhat tilted forward makes it real easy to grab the firearm and obtain a good shooting grip if I need to. So that's the nice Roto part about this, is it does make for almost a horizontal draw. Like I say, it's about a 45 degree draw versus the vertical or the horizontal. Now, I mentioned the problems with the horizontal. Problem with that, of course, is the gun is always muzzling whoever is behind you. Whereas with the vertical, that's not the problem. And with the Roto, that certainly isn't the issue. This one also comes with a double magazine carrier, and it's on the right hand side, so I can still grab a magazine with the left hand, and you can orient the magazines forward or backward. And it comes gun specific. They make this holster for a large variety of firearms, certainly not just 1911s. Make them for revolvers as well as semi-automatic pistols, and just a huge list on the website. But very handy, very secure, and again, easy to access. Let me take it off and show you some of the features. Now, this is secured at the waistband on the holster side with a strap that has two snaps on it, and the magazine carrier is secured with a strap that has just one strap. Now, this is a leather strap on this. I understand some of the newer models may have a nylon strap as opposed to leather, but we get it off. We can see that this is Italian leather. It's also fitted specifically for the gun, and edges are I've seen them more rounded on some holsters. It's kind of a square cut on this, but it hasn't snagged anything, haven't had anything uncomfortable with it. But it is fitted to the gun. We get double snaps for the part of the holster that will secure around the belt. and a strap on the magazine carrier on the right hand side, single snap. This has a tremendous amount of adjustment. You see all the Chicago type screws on this that allow a lot of adjustment on that strap, as well as tremendous level of adjustment on the shoulder strap, front, back, sides. So, and I actually had to play with this for quite a while, just trying to get the adjustment right for me. Once I got it set, it does work. It's comfortable for an extended road trip, and again, it's highly accessible. You can get this with a double magazine carrier. You can also get it without the magazine carrier, with just a strap on it that holds the right hand side down, so it does secure it a little better. You can also get it, I believe, with a different type of strap that doesn't have the right hand portion, just has a single strap that holds everything down, or maybe just go under the arm. I didn't order that because I like to have the magazine carrier along with me. Easy to put on. Just really pretty much put it on like you're putting on a shirt. Once you got it in place, just put the belt straps around the belt, snap them in place, and good to go. Now, of course, the disadvantage to a holster like this is if you have to go into a public place to do your business, then you do need to unhook the holster from the belt so you can drop your trousers. But the good thing about that is you always know right where your firearm is going to be, because it's still on you, as opposed to a belt holster that you may have some concerns with if you're in a public relief facility, so to speak. All right, so it has a specific purpose with a cover garment, of course. Seated, it works excellent. Yeah, standing, it works really any position, but you got to have some sort of a cover garment that allows you to access it. So there are applications for a shoulder holster that may work better than a belt holster. Certainly, business casual is going to be better than having an appendix inside the waistband, which you really can't have. Craft holsters, well, Falco sells through Craft. It's a Craft company, and the Falco is the actual brand. Good. I mentioned Italian leather. They do have a 5-year warranty. They also have a buyback guarantee, as I understand it, and you can get a monogram, and pretty quick shipping. It took about 2 weeks to get this from the time I ordered it, which really is pretty good compared to what a lot of leather manufacturers will do. So again, I like it in the winter. I like it for road trips. It just takes a little getting used to for fitting, but it certainly beats the conventional shoulder holster. One other thing, though, I do want to point out, with a 1911, it's not an issue, but this device right here, the snap that holds the holster closed, is great for securing it. You can open it. I usually use my middle finger on it when I rotate it down. The problem comes in holstering. By the way, this gun is completely empty. There's no magazine in it, nothing in the chamber. I am in a safe location. And with the 1911, not as big a deal, but you got to make sure you hold this strap out of the way. What you don't want is to have this get caught in the trigger guard of a striker fired gun, or a gun without any kind of a safety. Remember, a lot of striker fired guns are 100% cocked. Some of them may be only 85% cocked, but still, you don't want this tab getting in the way of the trigger when you holster. So you got to make sure you keep that out of the way as you holster. Keep your hand away from the muzzle as you push it in. Tilt it back up into position, and then secure the snap. So be real careful with that with a striker fired gun. You just certainly don't need to have that causing an unintended discharge. But it does provide a great deal of security. Still allows for quick access. Now this is even anchored down, and I can still get the firearm out quickly if I need it. So that's just a quick look at the Craft Roto shoulder holster system, and yeah, I like it. I'm going to use it again. I thank Craft for sending that to me, but it is really handy when I do road trips, or when I'm doing any kind of business where I'm going to be sitting down a lot, going to a seminar, going to meetings and whatever. It's very convenient for that, as long as it's under a cover garment. Thanks for visiting Riders Range.